All right, let's get right into it. You've spent years on your research, you've earned that PhD, and you're building a real career here in South Korea. That's amazing. But what's next? Today, we're going to talk about how you can turn all that hard work, all that success, into genuine long-term stability.
And this is the real question, isn't it? It's the one that probably keeps you up at night sometimes. Your degree opened all these incredible doors, you're contributing so much, but you're still living on a temporary visa. You know that feeling? The constant renewals, the looming uncertainty, it's just draining. So how do you finally secure your future here, for good?
Well, the answer, the ultimate goal for so many people in your position, is all about achieving permanent residency. And we're not just talking about getting a slightly longer visa. No, this is a total game changer for your status here in Korea.
So what is this F5 visa exactly? Think of it as the ultimate key. It gives you the right to live in Korea indefinitely without ever having to worry about visa renewals again. You get privileges that are almost identical to what Korean citizens have. This is the bedrock for building a real, permanent life here.
Now, check out this phrase from the source material. This isn't just bureaucratic jargon. It really gets to the heart of what this is all about. Complete legal stability. Just let that sink in. And on top of that, the freedom to engage in economic activities. This is what elevates the F5 visa from just a piece of paper to a truly life-changing status.
Okay, so we know what the goal is, but how do you actually get there? Well, the great news is that for PhD holders like you, the Korean government has actually laid out two very specific, streamlined pathways. Let's break this down because it's super important. You've got two main routes. On the left, we have the F5 visa. This one's for you if you got your PhD from a university outside of Korea. On the right, there's the F515, which is for those who earn their doctorate right here in South Korea. The real difference? It's all about what you need to prove. For the F59, you've got to show your major is in a high-tech field. For the F515, it's about showing how your research directly benefits Korea. Now, whichever of those two paths is yours, there are a few core requirements that apply to everyone. These are the absolute non-negotiables. You have to be working full-time here, with at least one solid year of employment at a company, university, or research lab. And, super important, your yearly income has to be at least the same as Korea's gross national income, the GNI. These are the pillars your application will be built on. Look, let's be honest. This process can seem really complex, and that's exactly why having an expert guide can make all the difference. This brings us to the specialists who live and breathe this stuff, Taesan VISA Administrative Office. And this is a point that cannot be overstated. Applying for permanent residency isn't like filling out a simple form. Immigration law has so many nuances. It really demands a strategic approach, a sharp analysis of your unique situation, and a deep understanding of what those immigration officers are actually looking for. So what kind of a difference does that deep know-how make? Well, it leads to this number. 100%. So, what does that 100% really mean? It's the approval rate Taesan VISA has for every single client they've taken on after they determine that person fully met the eligibility criteria. See, this isn't about getting lucky. It's about their expert pre-screening and their meticulous judgment of each case before an application is ever submitted. So how do they do it? What's the secret sauce? Well, it's really a four-part system. It all starts with their razor-sharp analysis to make absolutely sure you're eligible. Then, they use their proven expertise to prepare every single document perfectly. Their whole goal is to create what they call a perfect application package, one that builds trust with the immigration officers from the second they see it. It's a system designed for just one outcome, getting that approval. Okay, so with all this information, that confusing path forward is probably looking a lot clearer now, right? The question is, what's your next move? It's time to take that first step. So, let's look at what that journey actually looks like with a guide like Taesan VISA. It really just boils down to three straightforward stages. First, a simple but crucial initial eligibility check. Second, they handle the expert document preparation, making sure everything is perfect. And third, well, that's the result. You secure your future here in Korea with total peace of mind. And that really brings us to the final thought. You've already done the incredibly hard work. You earned the PhD. You've built a career. The opportunity for a secure, stable life in Korea is sitting right there, waiting for you. So the real question to leave you with is, why would you keep delaying it?